Good evening, New Sarah. Tonight we find Katerina in her room at NJ's. She's been awake for a little while, not too long. She finds herself thinking about recent events, especially the party last week, finding out that Zack has pretty much lost everything because of her. That makes her feel bad. She likes him. She likes the way he makes her feel. But as much as she likes him, she can't help but still think about Aaron. She loves him. She can't help that. And she's thought about messaging him. She doesn't know if he'd respond. She goes ahead and she pulls out her phone, her regular phone, not the burner phone, and she goes ahead and sends him a message anyway. And she says, I saw you at the party on Thursday. You looked really good. How are you doing? I wanted to talk to you, but I didn't get a chance to before I was tossed out. I know things between us are really messed up, and I know I messed up, and I'm sorry. All I can try to do now is right my wrongs. I really hope you are doing okay, and I don't expect you to answer. Just know that I still care no matter what happens. And she hits send. And she sits there, really not expecting him to answer. But then, a minute or two later, her phone goes off. The vibration. She almost drops it out of her hand as she sees that Aaron has messaged her back. And she's really taken aback by that. And she's hesitant to open the message. Her finger kind of hovers over the screen of her phone as she goes to read the message. And he says, I can't be seen with you. Everything's fucked. And she doesn't frown or anything. She expected something like that. She'll say back, I know, and it's okay. I just really wanted you to know that I care. And when you're alone or you feel alone, you still have someone in your corner, even if I can't be there physically. And then she holds up her phone and takes a selfie and sends it to him with that message. And she's obviously still not expecting much of a response back. She's not exactly sure how long this exchange is going to go, if it goes any farther than that. And real quick. Anyway, so yeah, she sends him a selfie. And to her surprise, she does get another message back. And it says, I miss you, but I can't. Everyone's going against you. Don't go to the shore. And that was on all caps. That's all I can say. And get away from the Ventru. I have to go. then he also sends a picture. She thinks that it's obviously an old picture because it's of him during the day with sunglasses on, and it says with it, like the shades. And she smiles when she sees this. Her finger kind of tracing his face on the screen, and she really misses him a lot more than she thought that she would. And she sends back, I do, with a smiley face. Thanks for responding to me, Aaron. I'll see you around, hopefully. And a few seconds later, she gets another message. I miss you. Tell no one I told you things. I can't help. You have to prove this on your own. And she sends back, I won't tell anyone. I know you can't, and I know I have to. I miss you too. So much. And I love you. And then she saves the picture to her phone, and she deletes all of the messages sent between her and Aaron, hoping that he does the same thing. But that picture she stares at for a while, and a tear will roll down her face. She likes Zack. She likes how he treats her. She likes that he seems to choose her. But he is Ventrue. She really can't be caught with the Ventrue. It's so fucked up. But as much as she likes Zack, she loves Aaron. She can't help that. No, it's not true love or anything like that. Can't really feel that, but as close to love as what she thinks she feels it for him. She gets up and goes out into the bathroom, washes her face. She goes out to the living room, doesn't see NJ. Decides that she needs to go to the beach for a while. Take a walk, take in the energy of the ocean, and maybe even find someone or someone's to feed from. It has been a couple of weeks since she's had any blood. So, yeah, it's time. That'll help with all of these emotions too. So she grabs her key, making sure to lock the door on her way out, and walks the 10 or 15 minutes that it takes to get down to the beach. She slowly walks along the water, taking in the ocean breeze, closing her eyes, letting the wind whip against her face. She loves it out here. She looks around to see if she can see anybody. Not yet. She's hoping that it's not too late at night. She really doesn't want to have to go into town to. She doesn't want to have to go to one of the clubs to feed. She would rather stay out here in the comfort of the ocean. It's a nice place to have dinner, she thinks. She'll sit down in the sand for a little while. Some time goes by. She looks around again. This time she has some luck. She sees someone. She can't exactly make out their man or woman, but she doesn't really care at this point. Someone walking along the beach, maybe in much the same fashion as she just was, just kind of maybe there to contemplate or meditate or just simply be. She walks up to them, and she gets closer. She sees that the person is a man in his probably early 40s with silvering hair, but he's still quite attractive in running shorts and a tank top. And she thinks that maybe he is just finished running, cooling down. She'll walk up to him and start a conversation. And he's very intrigued by what she has to say. She has a way with words and people. She walks him over to a little bit of a secluded spot. Even though there's really no one else around, she doesn't want to take the chance of someone possibly seeing. She'll sit down with him and kind of lean in really close to act like she's going to whisper something in his ear, and then she will sink her fangs into his neck. She feels the rush of the blood and feels him kind of writhing in her hands against her body. She feels the ecstasy, hears him moaning with pleasure as well. And she'll take 2 blood points before pulling back. And she'll lick the wounds clean and lick her lips to make sure that there's no blood. And she'll look him in the eyes. And his eyes are barely open at this point. She'll give him a little peck on the lips and leave him there. He probably won't even really remember what happened. All he'll remember is that he felt really good. And she'll get up and she'll start walking along the beach again, farther away from where she just was, leaving the man sitting there on the beach in That's a good start. Let's see if I can find someone else. Not yet, but that's all right. She checks her phone for the time. It's only about midnight. She's got plenty of time still to look for another person. As she leisurely walks along the beach, she figures by now the man she fed off of earlier has probably regained himself and left. Hopefully. She will keep walking for a little bit. Still not having any luck finding someone else. She wonders if maybe that was the only guy on the beach late at night. Well, yeah. So maybe I am the only one now out here. It is summertime, though. She thinks there should be more people. So she changes her direction, walks back towards where she was before. Maybe she's getting a little bit too far down. This time, as she's walking back towards where she was, she does see someone else. Someone jogging. Late night jogger. Not uncommon. Definitely, especially in the summer. Well, almost summer. This time it's a woman. As she can see her ponytail flowing in the wind behind her as she's jogging towards Katerina. Katerina just kind of stands there in her way to see if she'll stop or say something. Let's see if she does. Yes, she does. As she approaches Katerina, she'll kind of slow her pace and kind of look at her weird. I'm going to roll up appearance subterfuge. Yep. She's very taken by Katerina's appearance. And she looks at her and asks why she's out there late at night. Katerina says, I'm just enjoying the beach. I already know why you're out here. Katerina will use some more of her smooth talking abilities to keep the woman's interest. Charisma performance. She is able to do so. And she does the same thing with this woman that she did with the man previously. Takes her to a little bit more secluded spot. But this woman she kind of makes out with a little bit first and begins to kiss on her neck before sinking her fangs into her. And she takes 2 blood points from her as well. And again, feeling the ecstasy of the kiss and the savoring the blood that comes into her mouth and runs down her throat. This is just what she needed. She takes her fangs out and licks the wounds and licks her lips. And she leaves the woman there in the same state she left the man in earlier. Gives her a kiss on the lips. And goes to head back to her and NJ's house. Not quite full, but extremely satisfied and feeling a lot better than she was. Still thinking about Aaron and that he actually messaged her back. Maybe he does care. I think he does. Maybe he does love me. It's only time will tell that. For now, I gotta focus on the shimmering star. And she contemplates all of this as she walks back, and that's where this scene will end.